Okay, I will next Alice in Adventure Wonderland, chapter 2. Okay, chapter 2, The Pool of Tears. Curious sir, and curious sir, said Alice. She was very surprised, and for a minute she forgot how to speak good English. I, I shall be as tall as a house in a minute, she said. She She tried to look down at her feet and could only just see them. Goodbye, feet, she called. Who will put on your socks now? Oh dear, what nonsense I'm talking. Just then her head hit the ceiling of the room. She was now about 3 meter high. Quickly she took the little gold key from the table and hurried to the garden door. Poor Alice, she lay on the floor and looked into the garden with one eye. She could not even put her head through the door. She began to cry again and went on crying and crying. Tears ran down her face, and soon there was a large pool of water all around her on the floor. Suddenly she heard a voice and she stopped crying to listen. Oh, the Duchess. She'll be so angry I'm late and she waiting for me. Oh dear. It was the white rabbit again. She was hurrying down the long room with some meat gloves in one hand and a large spoon in the other hand. Alice was afraid, but she needed help. She spoke in a quiet voice. Oh, please, sir. Oh, please, sir. The rabbit jumped with wildly, dropped the gloves and the fan and hurried away as fast as he could. Alice picked up the fan and the gloves. The room was very hot, so she began to fan herself while she talked. Oh dear, how strange everything is today. Did I change in the night? I'm a different person today. But if I'm a different person, then the next question is who am I? The mystery. She began to feel very unhappy again, but then she looked down at her hand. She was wearing on one of the rabbit white gloves. How did I get it on my hand? She thought, oh, I'm getting smaller again. She looked around the room. I'm already less than a meter high and getting smaller every second. How can I stop it? She saw the fan in her other hand and quickly dropped it. She was now very small, and the little garden door was locked again, and the little gold key was lying on the glass table. Things are worse than ever thought for Alice. She turned away from the door and fell into salt water right up to her neck. At first she thought it was the sea, but then she saw it was the pool of tears. Tears crying made a lot of tears when you are 3 meters tall. Oh, why did I cry so much? Said Alice. She swam around and looked for a way out, but the pool was very big. Just then she saw an animal in the water near her. It looked like a large animal to Alice, but it was only a mouse. So I speak to it, thought Alice. Everything very strange down here, so perhaps a mouse can talk. So she began, oh, mouse, do you know the way out of this pool? I'm very tired of swimming of mouse. Alice didn't know if this was the right way to speak to mouse, but she wanted to be polite. The mouse looked at her with its little eyes, but it said nothing. Perhaps it doesn't understand English, thought Alice. Perhaps it's a French mouse. She began again and seeing friends, where is my cat? It was the first sentence in her friend's lesson book. The mouse jumped out of the water and looked at her angrily. Oh, I'm so sorry, cried Alice quickly. Of course, you don't like cats. Do you like cats? Cried the mouse in a high, angry voice. Does any mouse like cats? Well, perhaps not. Alice began kindly, but the mouse was not now swimming quickly away, and soon Alice was alone again. At last, she found her her way out on the pool and sat down on the ground. She felt very lonely and unhappy. But after a while, the white rabbit came past again, looking for with his white glove and his fan. The Duchess! Oh, my ears and whiskers. I will be next. Sorry, because it was of right. The Duchess. The Duchess, oh my ears and whiskers, she called my head off. I know she will. Oh, where did I drop my gloves? Then he saw Alice. Why, Mary Ann, what are you doing here? Run home at once and bring me some gloves and a fan. Quick now. Alice hurried Alice hurried away. But where is his house? She thought while she ran strangely. She was no longer in the long room with the little door, but outside in a wood. She ran and ran, but could not see a house anywhere. So she sat down under a floor to rest. Okay. Uh, I uh, I I will read summary about chapter two. Chapter Suddenly Alice found herself growing and she continued growing until she reached the paling. Now she is able to get the cake from the table, but again she is too big to fit through the door. This situation makes her cry and she cries until there is a large pool all around her, which reaches all down the hall. The white rabbit returns now splendidly dressed and carrying a pair of white kid gloves and large fan. Alice asks him for help, but that rabbit is so fright- frightened that he drops the gloves and fan and run away. Alice picked them up and started fanning herself while she wondered what it is that has made this day so different from every other. She decided that she must have been changed into another girl in the night as she can remember her multiplication table or geography correctly and isn't able to recite a poem properly. Um, the farmer makes Alice start again until she 2 feet high. She tries again to under the door, but it is locked and okay. Still lie on the table, then she slip into her pool tears. Okay. Um, uh, Finish chapter 2. I will read next chapter 3.